Hi, I'm Damien with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at, I'm going to show you how to install the TowSmart Trailer Hitch on our 2024 GMC Terrain. Terrains are nice compact SUVs, so whether you're taking your family on a biking trip and you need a bike rack, or you're going on a camping trip and you're maybe towing a small trailer, then adding a hitch is going to be a great idea. This hitch has a 2-inch by 2-inch opening, so it's going to fit most of your standard accessories. And as you can see, the cross tube is pretty well hidden behind the rear fascia. So that's really a nice look on this vehicle, and it has a nice shiny black finish. The max towing capacity of this hitch is going to be 4,500 pounds, and that is going to be the trailer plus whatever's packed inside of it. Now do always check your owner's manual and make sure you're towing what your vehicle can handle. Now I'll go ahead and get you a couple measurements. So from the ground to the top of the hitch receiver, top of the inside of the hitch receiver is going to be about 11.5. So that's going to be important to know if you have any longer accessories back here and you want to make sure those don't bottom out when you're going up a steep incline. Now the next measurement is going to be from the center of the hitch pin hole to the outside of the bumper, and that's going to be about 7 inches, so that's going to be important if you have a folding accessory like a bike rack and you want to make sure that doesn't hit your bumper when you fold that up. Now I'll go ahead and put a bike rack in here just so you can see what it looks like with an accessory. And you will need a 5/8 inch pin and clip to secure your accessory in the hitch. Now this won't come with the hitch itself, but it usually will come with your accessory when you get one. On the bottom here, it's got these welded on loops, and those can easily accept your safety chains, and whether you have a clevis style or an S-hook. If you decide to get this hitch for your terrain, then please let us know in a review or comment how you're liking it, how it's serving you on your adventures, and what kind of accessory you're going to be using with it. Now, as far as the install goes, this isn't too bad. You are fishing some wires, but overall it doesn't take too long. But if you don't have the time or tools to get this installed yourself, you can check out our dealer locator. We can find a professional in your area to get this installed for you. But if you're looking to do it yourself, follow along and I'll walk you through it. First off, we're going to take out some fasteners on this bottom fascia piece. I got a T15 Torx bit, and there's going to be 2 fasteners on the bottom that we're going to have to take out. So just take these 2 out. Next up, we're going to want to drop the exhaust down so we can have some more room to work and put our hitch into place. I'm going to use a strap because you're going to want to support this for when you take the isolators down. So I'll get this nice and tight. And if you are doing this on the ground, you can use like the box your hitch came in or a jack stand. The exhaust is going to be attached to the frame on the driver and passenger side. It's going to have this isolator, and it's going to be bolted in. I'm using a 15mm socket to get these loosened up. So I'll get both these bolts removed on both sides. And once you've removed those, you can take this plastic piece, and there's going to be a little tab. You just want to pull up on it, and now we can rotate this down. There's going to be one more rubber isolator towards the front of the vehicle, and I just got some silicone spray. You can use some soapy water just to loosen this up. Now I'll just use a pry bar and get this removed. And that'll drop the exhaust just a little bit. Take the front attachment points and I'll lower our fascia down and get these on the outside. This will help us get our hitch in place because we can raise it up above this. And I'll do this on both sides. On the passenger side, there is going to be a wire harness in the way, so I'm just going to take a trim panel tool and take out the fasteners. And that'll set out of our way. Now we can fish our hardware down through our frame. There's going to be 3 holes that our bolts are going to go through, and this bigger hole is where we can fish our hardware up through. And as you can see, our square spacer block does not fit through that larger opening, neither does our bolt head, so I'm just going to use a burr bit and get this widened up. Once you've opened up that hole on both sides and you made sure your hardware can fit, do make sure to cover that up with some spray paint or clear coat just to make sure this doesn't rust in the future. Just going to cover all those edges of bare metal. And now we can put our hardware into place. So I'm going to grab the fish wire that comes in the kit. I'll put the coiled end through one of our holes, one of the small holes, and put this through the hole we just enlarged. Now we'll get our spacer block, put it on our carriage bolt, and get our carriage bolt threaded on to our fish wire. Now I'll put that spacer block up into the frame. Same with our bolt. Give this a pull. Have it come through. And now I'll do that for the two holes in the back as well as the holes on the driver's side. I got Scott here helping me lift this into place, and we're going to have to get it up behind this exhaust. Just kind of slide it past, lower it down as you can. Now we'll get our fish wires through our corresponding holes, and these back two, it's going to be the ones that are oblong. So I'll grab the fish wire, stick it through. Now we can get it in place, just lift it up. Make sure our fish wires come through. And now I'll just pull off the middle one and get our nut started. And once you get one on both sides, they'll hold the hitch in place and you can get the rest of the hardware on. When putting the rest of the hardware on, it is helpful to hold the bolt to one side, and that'll keep it from spinning. So then you can more easily get your nut into place. Now we can go through and tighten and torque all of our hardware down. I got a 19mm socket. I'm just going to tighten these down. Torquing these down to the specs and the instructions, and if you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can usually rent one from your local auto parts store, or you can buy one from us at eTrailer. Now we can put our exhaust back into place. Lastly, I'll take our strap down, and now you're good to start using your hitch. And that was a look at the TowSmart Hitch on our 2024 GMC Terrain. Thanks for watching.